Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Parahooners. In the last episode you witnessed me and Matt getting up to the clouds. We came across the plane and decided to come back down to land. We weren't up for too long, just high enough and up long enough to enjoy ourselves, do something we've never done before, and that's actually touch a cloud. So we was more than happy to come back in. But as you saw at the end of that video, my landing was terrible, absolutely terrible. So as you can see by the image on the screen, my 360 camera was switched on, so I managed to capture exactly what I was doing wrong. So the purpose of this video is to delve in a little deeper than what I did in the last video and see what we can find. So enjoy. Okay, so just a bit of a background here, in case you didn't catch the last video. I was basically returning to the LZ. I thought it was further in the distance, but as it turns out I'd overshot it. So I was started to make a turn here as I spotted Matt. It's very difficult to see him, but he is down there in the bottom part of the screen, making his approach, making his first approach anyway. So that is my LZ. So let's find this. This is plan A. That's my LZ. The wind is coming from this direction. So really and truly, I probably should have been approaching farther from the left in that direction, like Matt was. But in my defence, I was planning to do to just pass over the LZ, just to have a look at the windsock. I didn't actually. This wasn't my approach. This was just to take a look. That was the plan, to see how it was all falling. So here we go, continuing the approach to take a look. What I'm doing here is just stowing my brakes so I can deal with the 360 camera because it's sticking out. I'm glad I took it up, but it's just another thing to think about, isn't it? It's just another thing. So put the 360 camera away. So because my plan was to just blip over those trees and just take a look, I didn't want to come in too low because I could see Matt was going in for his landing anyway. So yeah, although everything's prepared, I'm just going to think about landing, but I'm not actually going to land at this point. I just want to circle the LZ. So let's just throttle up, get over those trees and just take a look. Just maintain level 5. Shit. Oh dear, not so good. So my idea of just having a look first is out the window. I'm coming down. Whether I like it or not, I am coming down. Alright, so I'm looking at initiating plan brown. So given the altitude that I've got, I'm not comfortable to make that LZ, especially as it's quite a tight LZ, and as we know now from the wind, I should be much further to my left to land into the wind. I've got fields left and right, but I'm not overly comfortable that I'm going to cover them trees. So that is really my obvious choice, the big field pretty much directly below me. But the wind is coming from that direction. In my head, at the time of landing, the wind was coming dead on. Okay, so in my head at the time, I'm proceeding to land directly straight up this field if I can. I need to lose some altitude. I didn't want to overshoot the field. Okay, let's get this fucking show on the road. Let Matt know I'm preparing and getting out of my seat. Legs are down. What I'm not concentrating on is the flare. So let's see what happens. Matt, I'm going down, I'm going down. Get ready to fucking run. Hands up. Hands up. Okay, let's just pause it here. So, at this point, you can see I'm blooming low. I mean, I'm almost on the ground. And I'm still saying hands up. That's not good. I should be doing a midway flare at this point. Also, the wind direction is that way, so I'm actually doing a crosswind landing because I am planning to land directly straight up the field like a numpty. So my hands are up, I'm approaching the ground faster and faster. Now from this angle you can also see how high that hill is, and the wind is blowing up over that hill. So the wind totally disappears over them trees. We've got rotor, 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 and then pretty much dead air. So by the time I'm down at this height, things are speeding up. My hands are up. Not so good. Another thing that didn't actually cross my mind at the time is, why on earth didn't I switch my engine off? That would have eliminated a lot of risk there. It wasn't doing anything anyway. I should have just switched my engine off. So there's another learning point. Hands up, hands up, running, 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 running. Matt, I've crashed, I've crashed. What a twat. Okay, so we've seen the footage from the GoPro. And now, fortunately, because I left the 360 camera on, we should get some much better angles to see exactly what I did wrong. Do excuse the fact, again, something I didn't realise, my chin strap was only under one chin. It really is best strapped under all your chins, so that your helmet doesn't fall off in an accident. Although I will say this, my head was in the ground and it didn't fall off, so it worked under the one chin, so that's good. Yeah, get that neck strap under all your chins. And here we are again, the moment of discovery. The engine slipping. I know it's game over. Just the fact that even half revs is not giving me any thrust at all, it's game over. So hopefully at this point we're realising what's going on, and my head starts turning. I'm looking for options. I think about a million different ideas pop into your head very quickly, but it was very obvious which field I was going to land in. So pretty quickly I start making my turns to lose some altitude. I didn't want to overshoot. Quick as I can, I'm realising I'm actually quite low, so I'm stow the brakes, get out of my seat quick. Do not want to be messing about with getting out of the seat any lower than I already am. Why on earth is my engine still running at this point? Switch it off.
I'm going down, I'm going down. Oh. Matt, I've crashed.
Yeah, you did. You had a crash. That was a good one. Okay, so what we're going to do now is slow that footage down so we can see it step by step what we're doing. I'm going to go for a 10% of the full speed. So it starts off here. I'm below tree height. My hand should be shoulder height. I should be like a bit like a T-Rex, but out to the sides. A bit like a pterodactyl, kind of. Anyway, I'm not. My hands went up on the right. Did you see that? My hand went up. Now I'm practically on the ground. Where's my flare at? Where your flare at? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Hands up. Hands up. Why am I doing that? So just before touchdown, just before my feet touch the ground, my hands come all the way down. Down. Too little, too late. And I pay for it. Crosswind landing, crap flare, didn't turn my engine off, head-butted the floor. It's been nearly a week now and I've still got a little bit of a sore neck over it, so yeah, it pays to do things properly rather than panic and just cock it all up, just forget everything you've ever learned, and just wing it. You just can't just wing it. You've got to remember, people teach flares and stuff like that for a reason. So there you go. That's what went wrong. A lot of things. Wind direction. Obviously, emergency landing is never going to be a good thing. But there's no reason why I couldn't have landed on my feet in that field. Although there were a few things against me, like the camber of that field was actually quite steep, very, very muddy, so hard to sort of land without slipping, squelching in the mud. But hey-ho, there we go. We learn, we live and we learn. Happy flying, and hopefully the next time I make a video it'll be of me doing lots of touch and goes and getting the landing right. More training required. So that's it. Hooner out.